when DNB invited me to speak in this forum, I was just checking with them who will be the audience. And they told they are all senior leaders from various industries in Chennai. So I said, oh, wow. Even at home, my husband and my 2 teenage kids, they never listen. At least my husband pretend to listen. My teenage kids, no, very clear, no. So here, the room full of senior leaders from various industries wanting to listen. Thank you so much, DNB. Thank you so much, audience. Please pretend to listen. That's all I want. I'm used to that. Ladies talk a lot. I'm no exception. So you've given me 15 minutes, 17 minutes, I don't know, whatever is the time. Please give me a bell at 10 minutes so that I know what to wrap up, when to wrap up and all that. Are you listening? I think she has gone out. So one of you can also help me. 10 minutes, just raise your hand. I know that I have to come to the wrapping up and summary part of it. Okay. So world is changing. I'm not sure how many of you are excited, but I'm truly, truly excited. The IDC research states by 2020, 4 billion connected people, $4 trillion revenue opportunity. Can you imagine? $4 trillion. 25 plus million apps, 25 plus billion embedded and intelligent systems. They talked about IoT. 25 plus billion embedded and intelligent systems. They are going to talk to each other. 50 trillion gigabytes of data. Think of the data scientist and the analytics, the scope of what you can do with the data. 50 trillion gigabytes of data. So I was attending this NASSCOM leadership forum. I used to regularly attend every year in Mumbai, and there was a speaker, Dr. George Westerman. He is the author of The Real Business of IT. He was talking about the top 3 trends in 2020. He said, number 1, we will be much more integrated than ever before. Okay, all of us are aware, I thought, at least. Companies will become far more efficient and will offer more personalized services. Okay, that's what my topic is. I'm coming to the topic slowly. Customer experience. So he said the trend number 2, companies will become far more efficient and offer more personalized services. Okay, number 3 was the most interesting part. He said, something is going to happen and we have no idea what it would be. So imagine, that is what is keeping us very excited and we are just waiting to know. Some of the other statistics, according to Forrester, 72% of businesses say that improving customer experience is their top priority. So customer experience is the top priority. 72% of them say. 89% of marketers, they think that customer experience will be their main priority and it will be their main differentiator. 3 out of 4 people have spent more with the company because of the positive experience it has created. I was just thinking about this. Why are they talking about so much about experience? I remembered. How many of you remember the flood in Chennai in 2015, December? How many of you got affected? So we had 5 feet water inside the home, and for 3 to 4 months we could not even enter. We had spent many lakhs of rupees in remodeling the kitchen, plus all washing machine. Everything is gone. Forget about washing machine. We have to wash the entire place. So I was just asking the kids. I remember the day, that early morning, we were all watching the road. People were walking with water near their hip size and all that. I was just wondering, I've never seen this, and I wanted to really experience that by sitting near the, I kept the door open and I was just watching how the water is flowing. So my husband was telling, maybe it will come inside, why don't you all pack, start doing it. Then I was laughing, and my servant maid laughed along with me, and he said, Akka, see what he is telling, it will never come inside. Have you ever seen or somebody telling you and all that? So if only I had listened, I would have saved something. I never listened, I was watching. And suddenly the water entered the house and with full force, and we were telling the kids, pick up 1 or 2 things which is very critical because we have to run. And we had our in-laws, okay, very aged, 95 and 89. So we were more worried about taking them because we could not go out at all suddenly, and we had to go up. We were in the ground floor and we told the kids, just take something. And my daughter took her mobile phone. I told her, why don't you take the school bag? She said, no, the thing is required. Only mobile phone is enough. And my son took his laptop and his hard disk. And he said, everything is fine with the mobile, obviously, mobile phone, obviously. And then we were just going up the stairs, and that hard disk fell, okay, into the water. And I told him, just go. We have no other, now there's no much time to, at least we have to save ourselves. So after everything is gone and we were just trying to repair, and my son came to me and he told, you have to help me repair this hard disk. It's not working. So obviously it won't work. It fell into the water, 5 feet water. So I told him, okay, let me check. And I went to the Stellar, which is the #1 in data recovery in Chennai. And I asked them, how much money should I need to pay? And they said, it's a 2 TB terabyte. That's when I decided I will buy only 500 GB or 1 TB, not 2 TB. Because it is 2 TB, they told it's 1 lakh for retrieving. So I told, see, I'm not a company. Even my company, I don't know whether it will pay so much for my hard disk. How can I pay for my kid? You'll have to think through. He said, see, we don't care whether you're a company or an individual. It's a work that we do and we can retrieve everything. 1 TB, like 2 TB, 1 lakh. Then I just went to office from there, and I was WhatsApping my son, and I told him, see, it's 1 lakh. I cannot think of doing that, and you'll have to let it go. And then he said, no, I cannot. You'll have to pay for it. Then I told him, why should I pay for it? And he said, all that I've done in my life is there in the hard disk. So I was just thinking, 17 years old, all that he has done in his life is there in the hard disk, and I have to pay 1 lakh. So then I thought, he's a short film maker. Maybe he has had all his whatever learnings he had from several tutorial and whatever movies he has taken. So then I discussed with my husband. He was very unhappy. But then I decided, all whatever he has done, I still have that WhatsApp message. All that he has done, his life is there, and we'll have to help him. And then I went, I paid the advance money, and they gave, and they called my son to check whether everything is there. He came and he checked whether everything is there. He said, all the photos and videos are there. Then I asked him, what about the rest? You checked all your photos and videos. What about the rest? He said, nothing is rest. That's all it is. And even they have confirmed, it's only photos and videos. Then I asked him, what are those photos and videos? He said, from my childhood, wherever I went with my kids, with my schoolmates, all the picnic tour I went, and everything is there. That's all it had, all the videos and photos. You should have seen my face that day. The whole day I was just thinking, what is that? Then finally I asked him, you never told me. It's only photo and video. We would not have spent so much money. And he said, that is the experience. I want to relive that experience. I cannot lose that experience at any cost. I can lose all that movies I took and all that learnings I had and everything, I can get it back, but not the experience. That's when I was just thinking, when they were talking about customer experience, imagine, go and ask your kids, teenage kids, they will tell you what the experience is. We don't need to talk to anybody else. And it is extremely difficult to convince and create that experience to the youngsters today. The same problem we are having in office also. Okay, so let's think about what each and every customer, industries are creating, how and what they are creating as a customer experience. So many of it, Sunil also had talked about Uber and several, whether it is healthcare and several things where they are creating experience. Do you know what experience can you create in brush? Just buying a brush. Can you create some experience to the customer? Have you heard of what Oral-B has done? Anyone? So it's an electronic toothbrush. So it has a Bluetooth connectivity, and it will tell you the real time. In real time, it will give you the brushing habits, and it will tell you whether you are touching all your teeth and whether you are brushing it well. And it has a connectivity to your doctor. The doctor can view you through video and also guide you if required, and you can use it for your kids. Imagine the kind of customer experience they are trying to create. How many of you are aware of this Amazon Go? Okay, Amazon Go. Just what it says. No lines, no checkout, just grab and go. That's all they're saying, just grab and go. You'll have to download an app, go to the store, just open the app, pick up whatever you want. Okay, it understands. Whenever you add something, it will put you in the shopping cart. Whenever you remove something, it will take you out automatically. Just go out. While you go out, it will automatically take the money from your wallet. So just think of the experience. Nobody need to be there. The entire thing is automated. All you need is an app. Just keep putting and it knows whatever you are putting and everything. Forget about all this. Domino's pizzas. What are they doing to create customer experience? What are they at least trying? So New Zealand couple, they are the first one to get these pizzas delivered through drones. 20 miles, less than 5 minutes. Imagine the kind of experience. You want pizza. And if I go and tell this to my son, he will be very extremely happy because he wants everything in 3 minutes, 4 minutes and all that. 5 minutes you will get a pizza even if you are 25 miles away. What kind of customer experience are we talking about? Fridge, they talked about the fridge. Samsung is coming up with smart fridge. You will have cameras, you will have monitors and everything. And you can imagine how much helpful it will be. There are few ladies here. Think about what all it can help you. Okay, for example, it will tell you, in the fridge today I have only these vegetables and butter and something else is there. With this, these are the kind of menu I'm suggesting you. Suppose it gives you that menu. How nice it will be. Okay, imagine that. And the smart fridge, IoT. Fridge is talking to you in your smartphone and you are trying to buy something. I always forget. I always buy what is already there and forget what is not there. And it tells you very, very clearly that in your fridge you have so much of tomato, you don't have brinjal, try to buy this. Imagine that, no? In retail, how much of difficulty we had. Women, you just think about it. Every time I go and try to buy a dress, I will always buy something which I already had, the same color. So if the app tells you, this is the 4th dress you are buying with the same color, how will it help you? What kind of customer experience? I was just telling this in one of the forum, and then one of the panelists told, we husbands keep telling the same thing. Forget about the app. You never listen. That's all. So imagine this. We don't listen to husbands, but we listen to the app. So because we believe in app. So these kind of experience, I remember talking about Tesco. Tesco wanted to become #1 retailer in the world. How will they become #1 retailer in the world unless they go digital? Okay, so what kind of thing they are trying to create? They thought about studying the market, Korea and everything, and then they said people are waiting long time in the train. Okay, they don't have much to do, waiting for the train to arrive and all that, but they want to buy groceries at home. Then they created this QR code posters with some nice pictures of all the vegetables and the drinks and everything. Okay, all you have to do is just show your mobile app, QR code, it will read and it will order. By the time you reach home, your groceries would have reached home. So imagine the kind of experience they are creating. And they are becoming #1. And then you imagine, so you are walking on the T Nagar and you are doing a window shopping. And then the window, generally what will you see in the window? Fixed things, right? So imagine in future, if I am walking on the road, it will show me based on my buying habits for the last 20 years or 40 years, whatever they have collected, the data, it knows that I have been buying books, for example. Every time I go, I'll buy a lot of books. So it will show me what are the new books that have come in. Okay, I have been looking for something. I would have written in Twitter or something, do you know where I can get a fridge of this or color TV of this? It will show me that. So as you walk on the road, it understands the analytics. It studies your buying pattern. It understands what you are tweeting, what you are blogging, and then it shows you, this is what I have in the store on the display. And imagine, you will immediately enter, no? So these kind of experiences you can think. I was just attending in Bangalore, one of the All India Mobility Conference, and then they were showing a demo. Okay, now it has come in, but that time it was new. Shopping cart. You just have to put it in the shopping cart and it will add. It is a smart shopping cart. Anything you put, it will add in the cart. Now Amazon Go has implemented it, but that time it was like 3 years back and it was so surprising. Near field communicator, what can you learn? So many things are there. Nike shoes. Shoes, can you imagine the experience? So what can you think of experience with the shoes? It's going to do fitness tracking. Okay, as you walk with the shoes, it will tell you how many miles you have walked and how many more you have to walk. There is this smart basketball, Wilson smart basketball. So that will tell you how many hits and how many misses you have done in a field. And it might send you that to the coach and you can learn. Okay, so medicine and healthcare they talked about, and aerospace industry also, they are trying to create customer experience. They are talking about New Zealand selfie boarding, Air New Zealand selfie boarding. Imagine, why do you need people to check before you board? You take a selfie and it allows you to get inside because it checks your biometric and the other things, and it allows you. So the kind of experience you can think of, Uber, you just think about Uber. I always feel that whenever I go by a taxi, I will have to pay money. So I don't like paying money because everybody in the road will think that I'm going by a taxi. So in Uber, all you have to do is just, as though it is the taglines till some time back was what? Your own private driver. So as though it is your own driver, you just have to walk off. So wave him and walk off. So how much of experience? And they are collecting two-way feedback. Imagine it is not just the feedback of you, like they are not collecting feedback from you about the driver, but to the driver, they are also collecting the feedback about you. So when the driver can choose whether he wants to attend to it or not. Suppose I get only one, I've been shouting at all the drivers. My overall feedback will be 1.5. So the driver who is trying to accept my booking, he may choose not to. He is already feeling bad and he cannot get one more scolding that day and he will decide not to do it. So imagine that. And recently we saw that Uber code on the road they were doing. So what do you mean by code on the road? So the Uber collects huge amount of data. We were also talking during the briefing session. So when Uber collects a lot of data, it knows who is going where. It knows who are the people who are going to IT company. Okay, because from home to IT company, many people will go. So what it does is, it throws the challenge. While you are traveling, you have like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes I go for 1 hour. So whatever time you have, it throws a challenge and then it tells you, would you like to take the code challenge? You say yes, obviously, because you are in IT. And then it's just 1 minute for 3 code challenge, each for 1 minute. Okay, it asks you for the algorithm. What is the fastest route? How do I pick up more people? Uber pool, how can I make it efficient? The algorithms you will have tried. Okay, and then after you finish successfully, the first one, it will throw you, second one, third one, all the 3 you have done successfully, it will tell you, would you like to join Uber? If yes, then it will show you the application form, you just do it, and it's so very easy. Why do you need a recruiter? We are thinking about recruiter and then like the headhunting and all that. Why do you need all that? You have data. Just find out. So the kind of experience you can think of. How many of you are aware of this Airbnb? So Airbnb ad, how many of you really liked it? The advertisement that comes in. It says you go to Tokyo, you go to Paris. Don't just go there, live there. Where do you live? You go to places, you go, you wander and you travel and all that, but you live in home. So they are saying you live there. Even if it is for a night, that's what it says. Even if it is just for a night, live there. How can I go and live there for just for a night? Because I'm going to live along with the family. So imagine the kind of experience you will create for your kids rather than sitting and in hotel and all that. So when I think about the hotel industry, what is happening in the hotel industry? Nowadays, are they, going forward, will they give you key? Why do you need a key? Why do you need to go and check in? So what is happening now is they will send you the key through it's called Assa Abloy. Smart keys. There is no check-in. That's what it says. So it will send you the key in your mobile. So after you check in, you will generally do the web check-in. Like you will generally book in web. And then it will send you the key in your smartphone. No check-in. Especially imagine, whenever we go in some festival times and it's a big conference that is happening, 200 people from the same company trying to check in and all. It used to be a big queue. And they'll tell you, wait here in the lobby. Why don't you take this drink and welcome drink and all that. So you don't need all of that. All you have to do is, the key will come in your smartphone. You just go. No check-in, no waiting. Nobody is there. You don't need a receptionist also. You just go directly there, show your smartphone with the lock and it will open. And it's only with you. So imagine the kind of experience. Why do you need people? And the amount of time, they talked about time. The best thing you can give is time. So I was actually checking with my son a couple of days back and I asked him, I need 15 minutes of time. I have to get appointment, you see. So otherwise these kids don't even talk. And then he said, 15 minutes, nothing doing. Even 3-4 minutes I don't have. Then I was telling him, do you know how much time, like how many years I took tablets for you to. Then he was checking with me. He just looked at me like that and he said, I heard so many people within a year they get kids. And I said, it may be true, but for me, I took 5 years for you to. And every day, 14 tablets, one time, 3 times. I was taking it for 1 full year. So just think about the inconvenience I had gone through and the time I had spent. Because he was telling me, you never give time, you were always traveling, you are in corporate, you reach home at midnight, you go home before I get up. Then I told the initial 5 years I've done everything. So, so then after that he is just talking to me. So the thing is, you will have to tell them stories. You will have to, real stories, not the story kind of story. Okay, I think she has given. We have talked enough, and if you Google customer experience, new technology, process, and all that, you will get so many stories. I don't need to keep on telling you. But one thing I want to conclude, because now that she has told me 5 minutes, I'm going to conclude now. How many of you are aware of the Great Wall of China? Stupid question, but you can raise your hand, just a little bit exercise. Thank you so much. So this Great Wall of China, how many of you know that there were 3 million people died when they were constructing this Great Wall of China? 3 million people, not just 1 million, 3 million. And then after they have finished constructing, 1 million guards are manning the Great Wall of China. This was built to avoid any invasion, any enemies entering into the Chinese empire. That was the objective with which it was built. It was actually so strong that it can withstand any weapons of the time. And it was so high that nobody can jump out of it and no soldier can jump into the Chinese empire. And it was long enough that nobody can go around it. And it was so many things they keep talking about. But initial 100 years, do you think they have avoided invaders? No, not at all. 3 big invasions happened initial 100 years. So the seemingly unpenetratable wall, people were penetrating. So imagine what they would have done. Every time after an invasion happens, more planning, more mud, more money, more effort. Okay, I was imagining, they will all be sitting in a conference room like this. Okay, you don't have samosas, but they will have many samosas, many coffees, many discussions, heated discussions, point of views, many days. Finally, some chai wala would have told them, you have done all this. Have you looked at the gods? Do you know what the gods are thinking about? The gods, 1 million gods who are manning the Great Wall of China, they feel so disappointed. They felt lonely. And they were actually thinking about they were like scolding their rulers for posting them in such a faraway place. So disappointed. So all that the invaders have to do is just bribe them and they let you in. So imagine, it was not penetrating through the wall, it was just breach of trust. So the Great Wall of China, initial 100 years, they did not meet the objective, even though they have taken care of everything around the world in terms of constructing the building. So imagine the same thing is going to happen. If you are thinking only about technology and if you are not thinking about the people who are behind it, if you are not thinking about the stakeholders, if you are not involving them enough in advance, if you are not getting the buy-in, at the end of the day, the project will fail. 100% I can guarantee you. So many times when we did the root cause analysis of why the project has failed, we would have done the ERP implementation. Wonderful. Okay, no stones left. Everything we have done. But the project shelled off after we have done everything. When we did the analysis, nobody adapted to it. They went back to their old ways of working. So what was the mistake? You did not do the change management well. You did not identify all the stakeholders. You didn't do the training for them to use the new technology. So it's like operation is successful, but the patient is died. So that's how it will happen if you don't take care of the people. So friends, I just want to tell you that it's not about the structure. It's not about the process. It's not about the technology. It is always about the people. It's always, always, always people. So people, thinking about the people, thinking about the kind of experience that we can create is the key for us to survive. Okay, everything else is like, it's all very easy. There are so many technologies available, so many people who can help you. You can have partnership with everyone. Okay, so as a closing thought, I would like to tell you that if the technologies are not so complex, okay, if understanding of customer needs is not that difficult, if creating the customer experience is not that important, why are we there in the job? We don't need to be in the business at all. So it's a world of opportunities. Because of all these complexities, because of these difficulties, and so many things are changing, we are going to have a wonderful future. Okay, the fact that you are all attending this shows that you want to learn more and you want to implement. You are all pioneers. Okay, you are going to thrive, not just survive. So it's a world of opportunity, guys and girls and women and everyone. So all that I want to tell you is that it's about people. Think about people in everything that you do. And it's a wonderful, wonderful world of opportunity. Huge amount of opportunities are available. And let's create the magic once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Damayanthi. I don't think I need to summarize anything because you've summed it up pretty well. Thank you so very much.